We're at the Jehovah's Witness District Convention here in San Diego. We're at Qualcomm Stadium and there's roughly 30,000 Jehovah's Witnesses here. And the theme of this year's convention is Imitate Jesus. So that's the theme, that's the focus, is to imitate Jesus. But I have to tell you, if you are a Jehovah's Witness and you question the Watchtower, if you refuse to believe some of their teachings, you come to your own conclusions, you will be shunned, you'll be disfellowshipped. And so you probably wonder, what does it mean to be shunned? I'd like to demonstrate it just by asking people today if they imitate Jesus. You see, they're told, don't talk to me. They think I'm an apostate. I've never been a Jehovah's Witness. I've never studied with the witnesses. And so I'm not an apostate. But they think I am, and so they've been told to shun me. Now keep in mind, they're told to imitate Jesus as well. So I'd like for you to see for yourself what shunning is, and do the Jehovah's Witnesses imitate Jesus? So I'm going to ask a few.
A little bit over here. Over here.
Do you guys imitate Jesus?
Excuse me.
Do you imitate Jesus?
So they're constantly.
Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you folks imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Can you tell me, do you guys imitate Jesus? See, this is shunning. They pretend I don't even exist. Ladies, can you tell me, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you guys imitate Jesus? Can you tell me, as a Jehovah's Witness, do you imitate Jesus? Sir, can you tell me, do you imitate Jesus? You see, they just ignore me like I don't even exist. Now, how would Jesus respond to a simple question? Sir, tell me, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Sir, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus?
Huh?
Do you imitate Jesus?
Of course.
You do. Thank you. There's one. There's one. Can you tell me, sir, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? I see your sign says imitate Jesus. They have a little poster that says they imitate. Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus, sir? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? One so far. Ma'am, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus?
Thank you, Bobby.
One so far. Do you imitate Jesus, sir? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? One so far. This is a microphone. And tell me, sir, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you ladies imitate Jesus? Now remember, Jesus said to love your enemies, even if they think I'm their enemy. He says to love them, to do good to those that persecute you. And I would think if you were to imitate Jesus, that would be more than obvious. Do you folks imitate Jesus? Come on. Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? You guys imitate? Do you imitate Jesus? See, they think I'm an apostate. They won't talk to me. Do you guys imitate Jesus?
Sorry. Excuse me.
Do you imitate Jesus, ma'am? One so far. That's all. Do you imitate Jesus? Ignore me. Pretend I'm not here. I don't think that's very loving, or I don't think it's very compassionate, or certainly it doesn't seem to represent Jesus, I would think. Folks, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Wow. All they'd have to do is just say yes. Hi, we're doing a video for YouTube. Do you imitate Jesus? You folks imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Sir, do you imitate Jesus? No, thank you. Do you imitate Jesus? You folks imitate Jesus. Do you imitate Jesus? Sir, do you imitate Jesus?
Excuse me?
We're doing a video for YouTube. Do you imitate Jesus? Wow. Ladies, do you imitate Jesus? We're making a video for YouTube. Do you imitate Jesus? Ladies, do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Wow, one. Do you imitate Jesus? We're doing a video for YouTube. Do you imitate Jesus?
We always do.
You all do? Why do Jehovah's Witnesses are afraid to talk to me? They don't want to talk to me.
Who are you?
I'm a Christian. And so I'm asking Jehovah's Witness a question. Thank you. Thank you. She doesn't understand English very well, but she said, yes, she does. I don't think she'll be a Jehovah's Witness very long. You guys imitate Jesus? We're making a video for YouTube. Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus, sir? Could you imagine someone just pretending you don't even exist? It's kind of rude, I think. I don't know if it would imitate Jesus.
We're in B2, so I guess we go this way, Jerry. We're in B2, right?
Do you imitate Jesus? I see the little sign. Do you imitate Jesus? They all have a little badge that says they imitate Jesus. Or imitate. Do you guys imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Why have a badge that says imitate Jesus if you're not going to imitate Jesus? It's very sad. This is the type of control the Watchtower has over their people. They say, do not talk to me, and yet they know they're supposed to imitate Jesus, so who do they listen to? The Watchtower, the governing body. Do you guys imitate Jesus? I see the badge.
Take care. Right. Have a good day.
Thank you. I guess the question is too complicated. Do you guys imitate Jesus? Do you 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 imitate Jesus? I see the badge. Do you imitate Jesus? Do you guys imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus? Do you imitate Jesus, sir? Totally ignore it. This is what it means to be shunned. This will happen to you if they ever consider you an apostate, even within your own family, parents to children. Do you guys imitate Jesus? I see the badge. Do you imitate Jesus?
Let's go this way. It's closer this way.
Do you imitate Jesus? Where do you imitate Jesus? I would think, Jesus was very loving, compassionate. He was very patient. He was very kind. And I would think at least that should be pretty obvious if you want to imitate Jesus, even if you hate someone, if you don't like them. If they consider them your enemy, you would still be kind to Jesus. Love your enemies. Do good to those that persecute you. I would say that would be imitating Jesus.